for me to introduce my dear friend and my classmate, Erica. You're gonna find out about her. There is hopefully one secret that we're gonna surprise you with at the end, unless you read the post on Instagram. And depending on the preparedness of Erica. So stick around till the end. There will be a surprise from her. But she is a professional violin player. Hint. Surprise. And we're so thrilled because I know you live in Paris, right, Erica? So
Yeah,
right now you are logging in from Seoul, and we're so thrilled to have you teach us and provide insights about Korean culture, maybe Korean language. And thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Is currently studying education. I'm not sure which program, but if you would like to add anything, so education at Harvard University. Very, very thrilled about that as well. So thank you, Erica. And the floor or the Zoom floor is yours.
thank you, Alia. So, yeah, hi everyone. My name is Erica. I'm a violinist from South Korea. It's so nice to meet you all here. And okay, now I'm going to share the screen. Can you see this, everyone?
Yeah.
Cool. Um, right now, so yes, it is Korean language and culture exploration. And I wrote down my name in Korean, and it's 2020, December 27th. So brief information. That's my name, and in Korean, and also in Chinese character. You can reach me by email, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Kakao Talk. That's like WhatsApp in Korean. And yeah, I'm a classical music violinist, and I lived in a few countries, and I have a nonprofit organization related to education. And now I'm in a Harvard, same as Alia, and that's how I'm here with you guys today. So, fun fact is, my comfort food is burger, and I love playing PlayStation. So today I'm gonna have three sections. First, Korean language, and the second, what you will see when you're in Korea. And third is there's some unique Korean modern culture. That's what I'm gonna share with you. So first part is Korean language and Hangul. And so in the past, for a long time, Koreans used Chinese characters for writing. So we call Chinese letters Hanja. It's Hanja in Korean. But it's actually recorded Korean expressions using Chinese graphs borrowed in Chinese meaning. So when Chinese person sees it, it may not have the same meaning because it's written in Korean grammatic order and read as the corresponding Korean sounds. So we call that as Idu script. It's in Korean Idu 문자. So combination of words between Hanja and pure Korean, there are a lot of them. And because of that, there are many words which have the same meaning. For example, it has the meaning participate, but we can call it 참석하다 or 참여하다 or 참가하다. And they're different in maybe this one is more attendance and this one is more attendance in intervention. This one is more like it's everything, including affiliation. And another example is when we call egg, in pure Korean, it's 달걀, 달걀. And then in Chinese letter, it's 계란. So yeah, there are many different words to express one same thing in Korean. And these days, a lot of slangs are being created rapidly, and they are mostly from a few internet communities. So typically there are three kinds. So firstly, they mostly make shortened words. So for example, it's like girlfriend is actually 여자친구, but they just make it short as 여친. And when they say strongly recommended, it's actually 강력 추천. This is already a shortened word, but they make it even shorter as 강추. And they even they even make words only calling in consonants as well. People started to use alphabet abbreviation as well. For example, they call delicious 맛있다, and then it goes to slang 존맛탱, and because of this, 존, J, 맛, M, 탱, that's JMT. So there are some examples here. So this is a newspaper 20 years ago, and even 20 years ago, there are a lot of Chinese characters in newspaper. You can see that. It's not really like that anymore now. And this is ID card, Korean ID card. And when you see that, next to a Korean letter, we always have the Chinese letter, unless your name is pure Korean. And yeah, it's just that for fun, there's a test to test yourself if you know the newly made slangs. And yeah, there are some borrowed words from English as well, and we call it Konglish. So we call it remote control just to 리모컨, or apartment to 아파트, or cell phone is just 핸드폰, which is handphone, or yeah, just like pop song as pop song, we call it as it is in English. And now we're gonna look at the difference between written phrases and speaking. So for example, on the textbook, 천만에, there's an expression called 천만에, which means you're welcome. And we use that only on textbook because instead, informal terms such as 아닙니다 or 멀요, that means not at all, we use it instead of 천만에, which appears on the textbook, because I never actually have seen people say 천만에. So there are some differences between book and actual speaking. And when you look at the expression difference between region, yeah, between region, you can see the map of Korea right there. So there are different colors, right? And they call one thing very differently. So for example, welcome, when you say welcome, in Seoul, you call it 어서 오세요. But then if you go to Jeju Island, which is in the south of Korea, very south, and they call it 혼자 없어요, which means which is the same meaning, but it's very different. So when I go to Jeju, I have a difficult time to understand them as well. And so actually, it's been almost 70 years since North and South Korea have been divided. And it's already hard to understand the expression of North Koreans. So also, actually I wanted to explain about 배고파, which is not on here. 배고파 means I'm hungry. It's actually literally means hungry, 배고파. So it doesn't have a subject. So when you say only this to others, 배고파, it means you are hungry. Like I'm hungry, 배고파. And when you increase the intonation at the end of the word, it means that you are asking if the other person is hungry. So it's like 배고파? That means, are you hungry? And if you say 배고파, means I'm hungry. So yeah, there are some context that you have to know, because like a lot of words or phrases, they don't have subject, so it can be very confusing for learners. And let's go back to the third one. So in one of the reasons that Korean language gets harder and harder when you learn is because of many levels of honorific expressions. So for example, there is a word, I'm sorry. It's I'm gonna start with very informal one and then go to the very formal one. So informal, 미안, and then 미안해, and then more formal, 미안해요, and then go to 미안합니다, and then we can go to 죄송합니다. So there are so many levels so that you might get confused because of that too. So when you look this side, on the right side, there is a girl wearing birthday hat, let's say, and the birthday girl, her birthday is called 생일. It's 생일. It's an informal way to say birthday, 생일. And then and then she forgot, oh, it's my mom's birthday, and her mom's birthday is called 생신, and that is to make someone else's birthday higher. So now we are looking at Hangul, and I guess you might have seen this before. Hangul is created by the great King Sejong from Joseon Dynasty in 1446. So in order to distribute to non-scholars who didn't know how to read and write. So, oh yes, what you saw before this was 훈민정음. That's the beginning of Hangul. Like from there, Hangul began. That is the origin of Hangul. So UNESCO confirmed that 훈민정음 as the world's only alphabet whose creator and purpose of creation are known in 1997, and designated it in the Memory of the World program. So in Korea, we have Hangul Proclamation Day as a holiday. It's a national holiday. It's on October 9th. And Hangul has 14 consonants and 10 vowels. And you can combine some of them, like A plus E is A. Oh, yeah, A plus E. So we can, if you unmute yourself, and we can just follow this one. Okay. Ka.
Ka.
Yeah. Na.
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 Ta.
Ta.
Ra.
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 Ma.
Ma.
Pa.
Pa.
Sa.
Sa.
Ta.
A.
A.
Ta.
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 Ka.
I'm the only one. Ta.
Ta.
Help me. Ta.
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 Wow. Mhm.
Ta.
Ha.
Ha.
Ta.
So yeah, well done. So when I first learned Hangul, first we go like this, 기억, 니은, 디귿, 리을, 미음, 비읍. But actually, that's actually more efficient if you just put this and then just remember it very quickly, because there even is a song, Kanadara Mabasa Ajataka. That's how we learn. And also, this is just like if you remember with ing, that's what we call this. Aya, oyo, oyo, uyu, I. That's like how we learn at first, the order and everything. So you just remember this T figure, Kanadara Mabasa, and then Ajataka Tapaha, and then you go this Aya, oyo, oyo, uyu, I. That's how you remember. And it's actually easier than other things. Then you can mix and match afterwards. So yeah, I will share the links later. So if you go to this website on the right bottom side, then there are a lot of information about Hangul. Okay, I'll go next. So maybe we will do just repeat once. So this one is 이름이 뭐예요? What's your name? And we have different levels, most polite and casual. So you can try once, unmute again. 성함이 어떻게 되세요? And you can read it here.
성함이 어떻게 되세요?
Right, yes. And 이름이 뭐예요?
이름이 뭐예요?
Right,
이름이 뭐예요?
yes. And then 이름이 뭐야? It's very casual one.
이름이 뭐야?
Yeah. And then next is my name is
이름이 뭐야?
Yep. So let's say 제 이름은 에리카입니다. So that's my name is blah blah. And this. Okay, we can go to the next one. 저는 에리카입니다.
Excuse me, Erica, maybe as way we can make like if a person like do it not together but one by one, or maybe just who wants to try, because I think in Zoom
Sure.
when everybody talks and
Yeah.
it goes sideways, something like that.
Oh yeah, sure.
So maybe if somebody wants to try, or for example the next phrase, he or she can do that.
Yeah. So I will just, let's say, maybe I can make it even easier. So I'm gonna read and I'm gonna just give like few seconds so that everyone can just try to repeat by yourself. Let's do that. That will be simpler.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start again. 저는, it's like this. 저는 에리카입니다. And that's here. And here it's a polite way to say my name is. And actually it's literally means I am called blah blah blah. It's like French. So 에리카라고 해요. And you use this a lot in daily life, because this is like a good amount of politeness. 에리카라고 해요. And then casual. 나는 에리카야. Or because when your name is finishing with vowel, then you take out E. So my name doesn't have my name ends with vowel. So 나는 에리카야. And let's say my Korean name ends with consonants. So in that case, 나는 효원이야. Yeah, that's how it works. And then the next one. What nationality are you? 어느 나라 사람이에요? So first one is 어디에서 오셨어요? It's 어디에서 오셨어요? And that's where did you come from? And also polite way, 어느 나라 사람이에요? Or 어느 나라 사람이세요? That's what nationality are you? And in a casual way, 어느 나라 사람이야. So yeah, you just like casually like 어느 나라 사람이야? And that's what nationality are you? So to answer that, you say 저는 한국에서 왔어요. Yeah, that's Korean. So let's say Kazakhstan. In Korean, it's Kazakhstan. That's how you write it. So 저는 카자흐스탄에서 왔어요. 저는 카자흐스탄에서 왔어요. That means, yeah, I am from Kazakhstan. 왔어요 means came. And 에서 is from. So that's how it works. And to make it casual, 나는 is I am. 사람이야, it actually means person. 나는 카자흐스탄 사람이야. Or 나는 한국 사람이야. I'm Korean. 나는 미국 사람이야. I'm American. So it works for every nation. Yep. And then we are gonna go to the next one. So now those are the words chosen by foreigners who learn Korean and as their favorite words. So a lot of them are quite useful knowing it. We can look at some words now. So first of all, 안녕 is hello. And 사랑 is love. 아름답다 is beautiful. 별, the star. 진짜, 진짜. Actually, I have a lot of friends who like this word. 진짜? It's actually, it means truly, but you can have a reaction like, oh, 진짜? Like, is that so? And then 운명, 운명, destiny. And 마음. This 마음 can mean both heart and mind. Yeah, this can be used in many different contexts. And 미소, it's not miso, 미소, it's smile. And 눈. This 눈 can mean both snow and eye. Yeah, this is fun. So, and then 하루. 하루 means a day. So those are basic but very useful words, and sounds good too.
Should we try to repeat after you? Maybe do you want to assign somebody to challenge somebody? I actually have a friend who learned Korean a while ago.
Oh,
hi. She's joining the class. But if anybody would like to try reading, maybe you can test if we read it correctly.
right. Yes. If anyone wants to try, please let me know.
Guys, pick a word that you like.
I can try. May I?
Go ahead, Ryan.
안녕,
Oh,
사랑. 아름답다, 별. 진짜? 그리고 운명, 마음, 미소, 눈, 하루.
wow, it's perfect.
Good, good.
Yay. Anyone else?
You're such a fast teacher.
Am I?
Saya is a talented student. Давай. Okay, go Harik will do.
Okay. Hi everyone. 안녕. 사랑. 아름답다. 별. 진짜. 진짜. 운명. 마음. 미소. 눈. 하루.
Oh, great! That's perfect! Yay! Wow, you are all really great. I mean, it sounds like native.
Go Harik şunu. Okay, nobody else wants to challenge themselves? Yeah, go. Harik said she cannot. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Erica. I think we can move
Great.
on. And we just
Oh,
had an
okay.
adventure.
Great. Okay, then we are gonna move on. So now we are gonna explore some things. What you will see there when you are in Korea. So so yeah, first of all, you are in major cities like Seoul, Busan, or Daegu. It's very convenient to move around with public transport. So there are 22 metro lines operating in Seoul metropolitan area. And also you get a lot of discounts if you travel with transportation card. So it calculates up to 4 transfers as a single trip. So let's say if it costs $1 for metro, and you beep, when you get in, you beep, and then you beep out, and then you transfer to a bus, and then you do beep again in half an hour, then you're gonna pay only like 1 cent. So it is like a connection, so that is convenient to have a transportation card instead of cash. And another thing is that almost every indoor is air conditioned, no matter how big it is. So an article mentioned that the supply rate of air conditioner in Korea is almost 85% earlier this year. So as a side effect, you will see a lot of people coughing and have 냉방병, which is excessive air conditioning syndrome because of too much temperature gap between inside and outside. And in Korea, you will see myriads of cafes everywhere, especially franchise ones. Koreans are coffee lovers and they consume 353 cups per person annually. And it makes third highest country in the world for coffee sales rate. So especially there are so many franchise cafes, and from one point, people realize some patterns of cafe locations. So for example, we say EDI of Starbucks right here. It means EDI coffee is next to Starbucks. So this picture shows the typical location tactics of each franchise cafe. So Starbucks is always normally run by a building owner. I mean, which we cannot find out here, but normally like that with 2 or more floors. And EDI coffee right here is mostly next to Starbucks, sharing some customers. And then there's one Tucson place, which is upstairs. The red one is placed on the 2nd floor mostly. I mean, that's American way of floor counting. And it's having a huge space upstairs. Yeah, so there are some patterns like that, which consumers have found out. So you can find out more when you visit. So another thing you will see everywhere in Korea is CCTV. It is relieving sometimes when you see CCTVs in an obscure alley, because it reduced the crime rate, and a lot of crimes are solved by CCTVs now. Not directly related, but because of development of camera technology, there are a lot of crimes related to hidden camera as well. And yeah, a lot of people hiding them in motels or public toilets and so on. A lot of people have got caught, and I guess there are more. So these days there are a lot of devices to check if there's a spy camera around as well. You can check it out. And this I like a lot, because the fact that you buy things you need at any time, because there's a convenience store every corner. They have their unique snacks and food menus, so it is fun to explore that too. So these days there are a lot of self-checkout without anyone as well. So it might be good for, good thing to do in this COVID season. You don't have to meet anyone. And now, this is classic Korean house building style, ondol. And every apartment and villa and house are built with ondol, which is underfloor heating. Ondol system started from like way back. Scholars have found traces of ondol from remains of village from 5000 BC. Since people use bed a lot these days, so they're far away from the floor, it's not really warm anymore. So people use electric and water heating matrix pad nowadays as well to keep themselves warm. And now, in Korea, strangely, Google Map and Apple Map doesn't work very efficiently. And people use Korean apps such as Naver Map, Tmap, or Kakao Map. Especially, you can change your language in English on Naver Map. So I recommended this to my foreign friends when they visited Korea. It's great because it tells you when your bus is coming in how many minutes. And Kakao has similar maps such as Kakao Bus or Kakao Metro, which tells where buses and metros are, so that you have to hurry or not, if you have to run or not. So I don't drive, but I enjoy looking at GPS sometimes because you can set up the map in 3D and feel like you are playing a game while you drive. So you can change the guiding voices, including famous people and some animation characters. So yeah, it makes you have more fun. So some people said the Korean navigator changed their tones and get angry when the driver make mistakes, but I don't know if that is really true. And yeah, there are access to medical centers, and seeing a doctor is relatively easy and quick in Korea. If it is not a serious symptom, usually you can just walk into hospitals on the same day. Maybe because of its high coverage from the national health insurance, Korean people visit doctors most frequently, according to OECD. Yeah, they have little symptom and they just go to see a doctor. And some of them are, of course, let's say a lot of foreigners visit Korea for medical reason, and also it includes for plastic surgery. But yeah, internal medicine and health medicine takes the top rate of their visit, more than plastic surgery. So now we are gonna look at the Korean culture more closely. And yeah, this is the nightlife in Jongno. It's like in the center of Seoul. So, as I mentioned before, Korea has this honorific language culture. So you use formal language to not only strangers, but also to someone even 1 year older than you. So when you look at this cartoon, when this person says 안녕, everyone's upset because they think it's rude. So when this person added 하세요, which makes 안녕하세요 at a whole, hello in a formal way, then everyone's happy. Mm-hmm. So I think this shows how Koreans value honorific language and being polite. And this one is, have you heard about Korean age? It's unique and confusing. So yeah, if you recognize this guy, Sai, yeah, this is a news clip. So Sai is born on December 31st, 1977. And they say like, oh, on the December 30th, 2015, in Korean age, he's 39. And in international age, he's 37. And then in counting years age, he's 38. It's very confusing. So in Korean age, you are already 1 year old as soon as you are born. So that is how everything makes confusing too. And it gets more complicated with lunar calendar in Korea because we used this and then accepted people who were born until like February next year, until the Lunar New Year comes as the same age. So we call it Baden. So it's really confusing when they go to school and stuff. But I heard it's going to disappear very soon. And now Korean Peninsula land is covered in mountain more than 60%. So maybe because of that, people enjoy mountain climbing, hiking, and camping. And interestingly, when people hike, they're very well equipped, even though they're not hiking that high mountains, big mountains. So they're very equipped with professional climbing clothes and tools. And when people are outside, it doesn't matter if you're hiking or walking, because it is common to have a parasol and over sleeves to protect skin from the sun. I mean, of course, it is for men as well. So Korean people are generally hardworking. They work late and they drink until late, and then they can be hardcore singers who go to 노래방 a lot. 노래방 is a chamber of singing, which is Korean karaoke. So there's also koin 노래방, which you put, let's say, 50 cents and then sing one song and leave. In this picture, you are seeing my blurry friends who visited Korea last year and singing very hard. And next, another thing you will notice in Korea is that it might be hard to find rubbish bins on the streets. The city removed them at one point to make streets cleaner, but it caused some inconvenience for people. So this picture is people from Sweden. They came to Korea and looking for rubbish bin. So, okay, now this is the part that a lot of foreigners get surprised, leaving entire belongings on the table in a cafe while you go out to smoke and buy something or go to a restroom. It's normally very safe and people usually want the spot. Yeah, what people are thinking about is a good spot, not objects. So they just throw their wallet, phone, or laptop to just get a good spot. Like, oh, there's a spot, yay. And then, yeah, they just do their thing and come back. And then there are some people in Korea who think and sing out loud without noticing. They just talk by themselves. So for example, if someone hit his head by mistake, like, ah, or drop something, they might say something out loud, but like long, like, ah, 아야, 누가 이랬어, 이거 누가 어디다 놨어? Like they just like say something by themselves. So like a lot of older generation makes an instant song with what they're doing. So like this lady in the picture, she's like singing, let's say when she's doing some work, or when you are looking for something, it's like, where's my key? And they just make it as a song, like, they just do that. So please don't be alarmed if you see some people like that. So as an intention of politeness, people are used to say some 빈말, which means empty words. So for example, I wrote it down. 밥 한 번 먹자. That means let's meet up for a meal in near future. Or 생각해 볼게, which means I'm gonna think about it. 몰라. Which means I don't know. I mean, yeah, you start with 몰라, an answer, even though you know the answer. So I have that habit too, and yeah, I found it interesting. So in this picture, the guests are leaving and saying, we'd love to stay more, but we will come again soon. While the lady says, oh, it would be nice if you could stay more. Whatever it is, true or not, people say it just to be polite. It just has to be there. So yeah, with that, yeah, not everyone's like that, but most of people have relatively quiet but frequent reactions when they listen to others. For example, oh, like, oh, it's like if someone says anything, they're like, oh, or wow. I mean, it's nothing, but you just say wow, or 진짜? Yeah, we learned it before, right? 진짜? Really? Oh, 진짜? Or they just put 아니 at the beginning of sentence. It means no, but it doesn't mean that you disagree. Just a way to open the phrase or get attention. It's like, oh yeah, it's really cold. And, 아니, 진짜 추워. Yeah, it's like that. So now this is about signature Korean culture in a way. It's called 빨리빨리, meaning quickly, quick. So Koreans love to have everything processed quickly. So yeah, when you see this picture, like you will see people always running down metro for metro or bus. So they always get ready far before the bus stops in front of their door. And I mean, I do that too, but people wait at the door. So like metro stations, metros have their door numbers. So people memorize the door numbers for the exact station's door, which is the nearest exit stairs. So just they run. Yeah, I do that too. And yeah, fast delivery services are another example of 빨리빨리. It's very convenient because you get food deliveries at late night or get internet shopping goods arriving very early next morning. This picture is an advertisement of an internet shopping website, Coupang. And they're introducing the rocket delivery here. And it says arriving the very next day. We call these delivery people Coupangmen. And now the last picture shows how much people want to get somewhere fast. Even elevator in Korea has closing button with many scratches, while the opening button is clean as new. So it is funny to look at, but sometimes people closing the door too soon cause accidents. So you should be more careful. So yeah, Korean culture cannot be, eating culture is like most essential Korean culture. And yeah, this is the last section I'm going to talk about today. So one of the manners that might shock foreigners could be sharing dishes with others. You have a rice bowl for yourself and then share other main and side dishes to eat with own spoon and chopsticks. So you can ask for an 앞접시, which is an individual plate, to eat with more convenience. And another surprising thing is that Koreans use scissors to cut most of food. Yeah, it just includes meat or vegetable or like kimchi or all kinds of noodle as well. So we don't really use knives while we eat Korean food. And this is confusing thing. We call it 이열치열 here, which means fight fire with fire. So people eat hot soup in boiling summer. The reason to that is by sweating while eating hot food, your body naturally eliminates some heat outside of the body. So you feel cooler. So your body temperature goes down. So yeah, speaking of cool, people also say it feels cool while eating hot food, or they're in a steaming themselves in power sauna. So you eat hot food and then you say, oh, it feels so cool or cold. Or you go into very hot jacuzzi and then you say, wow, it's so cool in here. So it doesn't make sense, but it's weird that you understand what you mean after a while. So now it's time. So this is all from me today. So I hope you enjoyed the last session of 2020. So yeah, thank you for being with me, and I wish you all a very happy new year.
Thank you so much, Erica. This was incredible. Actually, this is the best insight into a culture. Thank you for focusing on the culture today. That was incredible. But if you don't mind, we have like maybe 3-4 minutes for people
Sure.
to ask questions, especially because the way you talk about culture is incredible. I think people might have questions. I have myself, but I'll let everyone else ask first.
Sure.
Okay, I'll start. First of all, I wanted to ask you, so you do use Chinese symbols to describe like the name also, right?
Mm-hmm. So most of our last name also has Chinese character to start with. And always when we fill the form, like document, there is always another section that what is your Chinese character name. But now I think more and more there are a lot of kids or some of my friends who have only pure Korean names. So in that case, they don't have Chinese characters. Yeah, but most of people still have their Chinese character name.
Thank you. I'll let somebody else ask if you guys have questions.
Well, I have a question about maybe just visiting places. Maybe what, I mean, unfortunately, I haven't been to Korea and to Seoul, but maybe except for Seoul, maybe what place would you like to, I mean, recommend to see?
In Seoul. So actually the most unique thing that South Korea will be let's say DMZ, Joint Security Area. So that's the border of, right before you go to North Korea. So we call it Joint Security Area. So it's actually more tricky for South Koreans to go there. But if you reserve in advance, then it will be great experience just to see that. And also in Seoul, there are many royal palaces to see. And yeah, there's like one really giant gate called Gwanghwamun. That's like the photo spot for everyone. And right in front of Gwanghwamun gate, there is a statue of King Sejong, who made this Hangul Korean letters. And I mean, there's so many things to enjoy. Like I would even recommend, if it's not too cold, then I would recommend to go to Han River, which is like right in the middle of Seoul, and get some ramen there because it's really nice.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
I have a last question. If
Mhm.
you, hello, Erika. At first, nice to meet you, and happy New Year. So wish you all of the best in the next new year. So my question sounds like, which part choose Korean teenager if ask him travel to Europe or no plastic operation on face?
Oh, So I might have to ask you again the question if I understood. I don't know. I'm not sure if I understood correctly.
Two
Yeah.
variants, okay? Which one choose to a Korean teenager if ask him travel to Europe or some face operation, surgery operation on face?
Right. So face operation.
So-
Yeah, I mean, I would say that Korea is like one of the best countries to have a operation. That's for sure.
No, I mean, let's take some teenager, Korean teenager, okay? This is
Yeah,
boy
Korean
or girl?
teenager. Yeah.
Yes, 17 years or 19
Yes.
years. And
Yes.
I come and ask him which two variants, okay? First, it's a travel to Europe or operation to face. Which part will be choose this teenager? How do you think?
Yeah, if I can help clarify it, Eric, I think the question is more of the choice in life, like with the Korean teenager
Okay.
pick a travel and enjoy a trip to Europe, or would they rather, like, is it popular among teenagers, I guess, the plastic surgery? I think that's what Zara is alluding to.
Right. So in that case, it really depends on each person, because I've seen a lot of teenagers like would want to go to Europe as well. But maybe a little bit later, maybe there are more people who are a little bit later, like when they enter the college, because entering the college in Korea is very competitive. So right after enter the college, so they have the secure spot, then they might think about going to Europe. Let's say their third year, fourth year of their college, which will be like 20 or 21. I've seen that cases a lot. So yeah, and of course, plastic surgery is also a popular choice. It's actually a lot of people do it right before they get into college, which is like 17 or 18. Yeah, so that's the
interesting.
trend.
Thank you, Eric.
Surgery.
Yeah, I actually wanted to mention that Korean karaoke is very, very popular in Kazakhstan. Actually, all of us regularly go, and I don't know if you know, but there is like Russian Koreans or Kazakh Koreans. They have a large population back from the 40s, actually.
Wow. Right. Yeah, I have heard about that. I actually have a friend. Friend there. Also, she's in Korea, but then her name is very, yes, like from there, but then she's actually Korean.
Yeah, and so because of that, I think there's a lot of business, like especially medicine. When you mention, definitely happened in my family. People to Korea, and I met people who went there for plastic surgery as well. So it's true. Everything you said is true. So I don't know. I wanted to give a chance to someone else to ask a question. Maybe Saya, you want to ask a question?
All right. I have only one question, which came to my mind now. I love Korean food a lot. Here in Kazakhstan, also one of the most famous things about Korea. Now we are having Korean like waves, I think it's all over the world. So that's why people they start consuming Korean foods. One of those people is me. But from one friend of mine, I've heard that Koreans don't fancy the sweet things, sweets a lot, cakes or biscuits. Here I have a question: how true is that? And also, I want to ask you if there are some traditional sweets, biscuits, or gwaza, this kind of things.
So for traditional sweets, they're not very sweet. So we have some, but we use it like with some honey and stuff. So it's not as sweet as chocolates or other cakes. But what I would say is people now love desserts. I love dessert. I mean, like right now, I have cake right now, like in my fridge. So yeah, and most of my friends, they love to have dessert right after they have meals. So but just they love desserts, but they love their main meals even more. Maybe that's why.
김치찌개, 떡볶이.
Yep, like spicy ones.
Well,
Thank you for the answer.
thank you, Gaia, for the question. Well, guys, I think in the beginning, Erica has left her contact details very generously. Thank you, Erica. Also, this recording will be available, so you can see her contact details and her Instagram as well on our Instagram. Erica, I wanted to find out if this is correct way to say thank you. Is it Gamsa Hamnida, or is it more
Oh
formal?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep,
So
yep.
guys, it's in the chat right now. So if you don't mind, we're gonna do the drill. We're gonna thank Erica. And let's try this. So if you're ready. So today we had Korean with Erica, and we want to say to her,
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Oh,
thank you so
감사합니다.
much, Erica. We really enjoyed your excursion and cultural travel to Korea. I think a lot of us want to travel there now and try everything and see if it's true. Thank you so much for taking us there. Really enjoyed it, and we hope you'll come back, but we know that you're gonna study. So we'll hope to see you at some point later, maybe in Korea or in Paris. So if you guys, oh, Gokarik, we didn't record you. Should we do it again, Nilay?
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. We have like baby tantrums.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
he's also learning Korean.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. This has been it's been a really great experience for me too, and so nice to see everyone. And yeah, this is like another world for me and another new experience for me as well. So yeah, I'm very grateful.
You're always welcome here, and now you have friends from across Kazakhstan. Actually, they're in different cities, some of us. So always welcome. We will be happy to host you.
Cool.
Thank you once again. So thank you guys for your interest and participation. We're so happy to see so much interest, and I also wanted to thank my teammates. Aitwar, thank you for being the technical host and supporting Erica today and recording the meeting. And Nilay, our social media manager tonight. Thank you so much to the team, and thank you for your incredible support and also incredible participation. Saya, Zara, Goharik, with your with your baby. So we had an extra participant. Once again, thank you, Erica, and I will send you the link to the YouTube video as well a bit later.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Erika. Thank you.
I know it's
Thank
getting
Erika. Happy New
I
Year.
wish you have a all good New Year 2021.
Wish you so.
Thank you.
새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Oh, yeah. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. That's in Korean. Happy New Year.
Erica, I think you mentioned you will have troubles playing, right? So I'm not going to ask about it. So
Right. I mean, I have it prepared, but I don't think it's a good idea. So I'm going to show you.
okay, if we have
I'm just
5 more.
going to show you.
We'd love even a short note because that will be a way to congratulate our participants with New Year, and this is the last meeting. So thank you for that special note. I'll quiet now with mute.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I wish next time I could actually play for you guys in a like right timing in the right place. Yeah, because like this is not even my house, and I know this like wall is really thin right now. That's why I'm like really afraid. But yeah, next time we'll see.
Yeah. For the record, guys, it's actually almost, I think it's 12 a.m. your time, if I'm not mistaken.
It's all 11:06. Yeah.
11. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's getting late.
We
So we saw the violin. We were. We can
Oh,
share some of your recordings. If you can send me the recording, I'll send it to the participants. Yeah.
yeah. I will do that.
Okay. Yeah. So that will be a treat because we're very sorry about the the time difference, and it's later in Korea right now, so it's 8 here. So thank you. It was exciting to even see. We believe in that. We're the violent thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So
And all the best and happy New Year to everyone. See you in New Year.
Take care.
Yeah, see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.